Hey Capricorn, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for November 3rd, 2025. This is for Capricorn. Last shuffle coming out for Capricorn. Ooh, Capricorn. Listen, Spirit is admonishing you, and I'm just going to let it be. I'm going to let it fly because, geez, man, the honoring path and professional assistance. They're saying your intention is to do right or to be right in the eyes of everyone, basically. Like, you're like, listen, I want to make sure that I get my flowers. I've either made a lot of changes or I have done a great many things, right? They want you to really stop leaning on the past, okay? It's going to render you ineffective in all that you do, okay? The real balance in your life is to do things differently and go further than you ever went before. If you are unsure of how to do so, the angels are asking you to ask for help from others. It's time for you to leave the past in the past. It's about a new pathway in front of you. Many of you may be compelled to use the past as a landmark of where I used to be versus where I'm at now. I feel that time is running out for you to change something or to get on the good foot. You don't want to use the past. So this would look like refrain from bringing up the past with people, talking about the past. It's a dangerous place to be, not bringing up someone else's or your own. We're on today, right here and now. They're telling me that you should not even be communicating about it. Mercury placements tells me that you've got to focus now on saying to yourself, I am at peace with my past, and embrace this in between stage that you're in. You no longer can you use that as some kind of a landmark to be like, oh, I'm better now than I was before. Spirit's like, don't bring that up, right? It's time to do things differently. It's time to move forward. You've come a long way. Why don't you be on your way? Why don't you allow or open up yourself to embrace new opportunities, new possibilities for your life? Instead of being like, well, I used to be this way, I used to be that way. For many of you, too, when it comes to relationships, some of you may be some of the issues that I'm seeing has a lot to do with our religious upbringing versus our spiritual path. And so we want to let go of what we used to be when it comes to what we believed in life versus what we believe in now. So this may be drawing some stark contrast to make a point about where you are now versus where you were. Aren't you proud of me kind of vibe? You don't want to get into that territory. It will be dangerous. It will create an imbalance. And I feel like time is running out for you. They keep showing me the sands of time. Something's running out, and you don't want to get caught up in the ruins of the past. Right now, Eight of Wands, Six of Pentacles, Six of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune, your intention is to, I feel like it's a reference point of being like, look at where I am now, but I just don't feel it's going to go the way you want. It's important to just continue to work on your present moment and keep moving forward. Bringing up the past is just not going to be healthy for you or anyone involved. Professional assistance is the Magician and Two of Pentacles. And so this is a person in your space that is trying to make up for the difference. This is someone who's just saying, listen, I want to figure out how we can make things balance. We can get things going so that we can take action now and move forward. This would be a person, if this is a romantic interest even too, because sometimes your romantic partner could be professional. This is someone who is going to there's something about, if you continue to bring up the past, something about their belief system that will tell them something negative about you, just this condition of your spirit kind of vibe. Like there's a person who, like, spiritually they're like, I'm focused on the what's in front of me, but a person who keeps doing that is a fool, the kind of vibe. So then they're looking at you like, Capricorn, and yeah, no, I can't help you, I can't do anything for you. I see to so many degrees, it's just ending very badly. So I'm just throwing it out there, and I don't think that you'll like this at all. I think it's a warning. The spirit wants you to understand. Make sure that all of your words, all of your deeds are geared towards, let's just do things differently. Let's move forward. We're not even going to call out the differences, because I feel that you may be in a space where you do over explain your differences and how you're different and how the past used to be this way. You might be doing that just for this to come out. I don't think so, but Mercury placements tells me that there's some sort of an explanation coming with it, but they're saying that what you may be perceived as with this honoring path is someone who's calculated, who's slick, and you're not that, and you don't want to be seen as that, period. So I'm just going to leave it there. Angel number 1122 is sitting here, and they want you to focus on the positive changes occurring due to your efforts, not on the negative that change into a positive. You want to focus on all the good things that are happening. This is not a focus to speak on. This is a focus on just you just observing and going, wow, all these good things happen due to my efforts. Good. That's something to keep to self, according to this. Okay. And then you expand your horizons, permit yourself to try something new. So the minute that you go, this has changed because I did this and I changed that. So let's go further and go deeper. Time to do things differently and go beyond what I have done before. There. I am at peace with my past. If you're at peace with it, then it's laid to rest. You know what I'm saying? Someone may feel like you're not at peace the more you keep talking about something. And you don't want that with whoever this person is. As it's saying here, this is a professional. So this is someone that you may need in your corner. And spirit's like time is running out on securing their position. Okay. So many positive shifts are in store for you. I just want to say that. The world around you is changing in favor of your intentions. So what are your intentions? Are they to make a point to be like, I'm better now? Then the world's going to change according to the in favor of your intentions. If that's what you want is a recognition rather than the actual difference, you will get the recognition. But also, we're all going to start pointing at your past and talking about where you came from. And spirit's like, we're not trying to go there. No, 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 no. We're not trying to go there. That's a danger zone. Capricorn, it's not good for you. We're trying to leave that in the past. I don't know what that's about, but let that be the energy. Dark thoughts is Five of Swords and the Page of Wands. So the dark thoughts tell me that focusing a lot on making sure you're not looking like a loser is going to make you look like a loser. That's what this is. It will be overwhelming. Okay, we don't want to even overwhelm ourselves with the past. We want to fill our whole dance card with new dances. We're not. I used to be the best ballroom dancer there is. No, 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 no. You want to start that salsa and keep on going on that. Keep moving on that, right? Because that might disqualify you. You know, decreases the Queen of Cups and the King of Swords. Now, the decrease in this is telling me that you will lose favor. Or, like, if we're focusing a lot on the past, you need to focus on your happiness with the good things that are happening and the good things that are to come. Because what will decrease in this is sympathy. Okay, I see no sympathy coming. I see nothing but more of an energy of saying we need to cut ties with Capricorn. I don't know why, and you know what I mean. I don't think that that's what you are looking for with this, because this looks like I'm trying to move forward. I want my life to change. You look at the efforts that I have. Look at my efforts and look at how things are and how beautiful things are. Keep it on. This is so great. Let's keep going. But to continue to compare the past to now is going to shoot you in the foot. I don't know why, but Spirit wants to make sure you don't keep bringing that up. So I'm just going to leave that there. It used to be so bad, and now it's good because I'm here, right, fellas? And then they'll start looking at you funny. I don't know why, but that's where they're coming from. Like, people are going to start thinking that you're being slick, right? Ask for help from others if you need to, but many of the things the asking for help is like, so I'd like to fix this, right? So what are your suggestions? Because I would really like to do things differently. I want to put this together. I just want to do things differently and keep it at that, not because before this is how it was and now it's this way. They're just going to be like, here we go. I'm not helping Capricorn do jack, because all they're going to do is try to pat themselves on the back. We don't want that around here. I don't know if that's where you're at or I don't know. That's what I keep seeing. So I don't think that about you, and I'm not saying that about you. Trust me. I'm just giving you what's here. The color violet is very important because it helps one to create a balanced life. Also, the color violet represents, I believe it represents the third eye chakra. right? And third eye chakra is a sixth one, and it's located in the forehead between the eyebrows. So it corresponds with our pineal gland, which also regulates um, sleep cycles, and it produces melatonin. So it also corresponds with the eye, the brain, the face, the head, the pituitary gland. But when it's balanced, you experience a level of insight. You have clear perception. You're wise, right? Your intuition's on point. You have an inner vision. You have clarity, right? You're clear thinking. You're aware. You have a strong inner guidance, right? But when it's imbalanced, there's a lot of confusion, illusion, lots of you lack intuition, and you have a rigidity of thought, like you're just so focused on something and it doesn't change regardless of whether your intuition's screaming at you not to be that way. So when it's imbalanced, also you experience like lots of headaches, sleep disorders, which means you may sleep a lot and not feel rested, or you may not get any sleep. You have sinus issues, and or you may have sinus issues, and that causes a lot of like drainage in the throat and that kind of thing, coughing and things, neurological disorders even too. So there will be a lot of pain, phantom pains in places where you didn't hurt yourself, kind of thing. Or even to the degree of like lots of mental fog, like out of nowhere you're like, I walked in this room, I don't know why, I knew it was important, I walked with all this conviction, then you don't remember, right? Also too, just the lack of clarity, the mental fog, like I said, and the fear of the unknown, not really sure what's up ahead and not trusting it either. Not able to trust your intuition. Your intuition may be telling you something and then you're going, let me do some research, let me go on Wikipedia instead. Now, what you want to do to balance it is to listen to 852 hertz. You want to use sodalite, lapis lazuli, fluorite, and amethyst. And these are stones that you want to use by wearing them in jewelry, like bracelets like these, right? Mm, or having them on your desk or in your car or in your bag or in your pocket. You want to use these oils: clary sage, lavender, sandalwood, and frankincense. You want to use them in a diffuser or wear them on your person. You want to eat blue colored foods. So that's like blueberries, purple cabbage, like bluish, purplish color foods. Okay. Omega 3 foods, like brain nutrient rich foods for the brain. Okay. You want to stargaze, you want to meditate, journal, um, do some mindful self-reflection, right? And by mindful, it's not that we're saying negative things about ourselves. We're looking at ourselves going, you know what, you know, I guess a great example of a mindful self reflection would be to say, I just want to be successful type of thing. And then really thinking about or digging deep into why you want to be successful in the particular direction you're going in. Why do you want to be? What do you actually want out of a situation? Like, you want to start being mindful about where you are now. Mindful is about a present energy once again. And so the past, focusing a lot on the past, not making your peace with it, is going to block your third eye chakra. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that there with you. You could be dealing with a Gemini, a Sagittarius, mm, a Cancer. I'm also seeing Aries and Leo. So you could be a Sagittarius Capricorn cusp, dealing with a Gemini Cancer cusp, or a Cancer Leo cusp. If you're not dealing with those signs, which you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.